The left does not have to freak out about the Supreme Court banning nationwide injunctions that were blocking President Trump's executive orders, because they can achieve the same thing through cobbling together smaller injunctions. So here's what happened. President Trump gets into office. He signs all these executive orders, DEI, birthright citizenship, and the left gets all whipped up. They take him to court, and they get injunctions from judges around the country saying you can't do that. And the injunction applies nationwide. It's a nationwide rule that says, hey, President Trump, this executive order cannot be implemented. And the Republicans flip out because it's really, really broad. That's too broad a ruling. So they go to the Supreme Court ultimately, and the court says, you know what, you cannot have nationwide injunctions. So what does that mean? That simply means instead of a nationwide order banning an executive order, the left will go about getting smaller rulings banning executive orders. And there are 13 appellate judicial districts, and they might get, 6 or 7 that say the executive order can't be implemented. Some say can. You'll have what's called a circuit split, and that question will make its way to the Supreme Court. And maybe, just maybe, birthright citizenship will go the left way, or DEI programs will go the left way. See, this isn't a death knell to any of the left's initiatives. It's just a procedural ruling. And it creates a little more work for the courts, but maybe it just builds in a couple more months or something. And it's not the biggest deal in the world. And the irony of all this, I think, is let's go back to when we had COVID and we had the mask mandates. There was a judge in Florida who said, you know what? I'm going to ban mask mandates on public transportation. That was a nationwide injunction. And that went in effect across the entire country. And the Republicans were perfectly fine with that. Now they're not perfectly fine with those things at all. So it's a little bit interesting how the perceptions change depending on the political climate. But just the same, this isn't the biggest deal in the world. It's simply a procedural ruling that says, hey, listen, we're going to take a little longer. We're going to bring smaller injunctive rulings together, channel them through the Supreme Court. Maybe on a substantive level, they'll break the Democrats' way. But really, at the end of the day, this isn't the biggest deal in the world.